What up, y'all? It's the Mental Ninja. Welcome back to the Dojo. I'm just jumping on again, doing a video and shit, talk a lot of shit about some other kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So we can build some shit out of some shit, right? So I want to talk about, this is for the Flat Earth community. So if you like my videos, I didn't even say on the last one, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button so you can see when I drop other shit, you know what I'm saying? But I want to talk about Flat Earth. And so if you're not a Flat Earther or a geocentrist and you're a buster, I'm a globe buster, I'll just fuck with y'all. I'm not biased. I like to talk shit though, have fun. You know, I'm like an entertainer, right? If you're a heliocentric or you're heliocentric, you might not want to listen to this, because I don't want you listening to something that you don't agree with or believe in, because the very idea of you listening to this is a challenge. It means doubt. It doesn't mean, let me hear what this fucking crazy ass flat earther or geocentrist motherfucker. This nigga said geocentric trying to sound all pretty and all fancy and shit. If you watch this video, bro, you exposing yourself to some shit you might not want to be exposed to, like the truth, right? And then I always say too, that flat earth is just the beginning. It's the tip of the iceberg. You know, getting yourself to question a question that nobody questions, an answer that nobody questions. It's funny that all these different religions warn about this, warn about that. All these different countries that can't agree on this, can't agree on that. Democrats and Republicans can't agree on this, can't agree on that. All races can't agree on this, but everybody, is the earth round? Everybody chimes in with it, all encompassing, yeah. And what if I was on Ancient Aliens, to ancient alien theorists, the answer is a resounding yes. Right? No, motherfucker. Shit. So one of the big questions in the flat earth community or geocentric community, you know, is it's a little bit of a wonder and like a confusing question, like that really, you know, you hear answers to this, answers to that, but the answers kind of lead back to like some really dogmatic ideas, some really superstitious ideas, like why the conspiracy, if it is a conspiracy? Why the deception, if there is a deception, you know? And one thing is, like, I'm gonna tell you the truth, when I can't find the ketchup in my refrigerator, I don't just automatically think this is a conspiracy. I don't automatically think that I'm being deceived. I don't automatically think that there's some, you know, malicious, malevolent fucking assassin or, you know, perpetrator that has conceived a masterpiece design, a mastermind's plot and plan to deceive me that the ketchup is like right there. I'm maybe not noticing it. Maybe I'm looking or trying too hard. Also, when a woman's pregnant and the baby's inside the stomach and you can't see the baby inside the stomach, does that mean, and you don't know what the baby looks like or what it's going to look like, is that inference a conspiracy? Is this a deception? Is this another mastermind by Dr. Evil and Satan and Thanos and fucking, you know, Dr. Doom to unleash this hideous, malevolent, nefarious plan against human race that is also illegal? Because that's the common consensus. Is it Satan? As Satan came down to earth and became visible and done this and that, you know, it's the government, all this stuff, you know, and this is what I'll say. Let's look at it from an occult and esoteric perspective. I already started off with talking about the woman that is pregnant and the baby in her belly. The reason you cannot see the belly in her baby, baby in her belly. I say belly in her baby twice. Fuck it if I did. The reason that you cannot see the baby inside the belly is because the belly occults the baby. The belly hides the baby. Now, let's just, you know, and if you're like, that's not the same thing. Well, how the fuck ain't the same thing? Occult means to hide. If something's hidden, it's fucking occulted. Simple, right? And I ain't yelling at you, but I ain't not yelling at you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I feel. I'm talking to myself anyway. I upload this to YouTube, and then other people watch it, and I'm like talking to them. But like right now, I'm talking to myself, thinking of y'all, thinking of them. So, occult means to hide. Esoteric means basically beneath the surface, or underlying, or under the surface, or whatever you want to say. You know, reveal is the opposite of occult. But if something is revealed, that means it was occulted at first. If something is found, that means it was lost. If something was true, that means it had to be discovered. Now, let's go with the premise that flat earth is very important. That understanding where you're at, where you are, what you're in, the shape, size, consistency of the planet, the place that you live in, and what it comes down to is knowledge of the person, the individual, the observer, knowledge of yourself. So if you don't know where you're at, then are you really that sure that you know who you are, or even where you are? Probably should have said it the other way, like this. If you don't know where you at, then do you know where you are, or who you are? And I'm not talking about whose you are and that shit. No, I ain't talking about that, because that goes back to dogma and superstition. So, I'm going to propose a suggested idea, a suggested plane and method of thought from the yellow school. If something is valuable, and if you're a flat earther, and if you agree that the flat earth is a valuable tool, is a valuable understanding, is valuable wisdom, is important, is priceless, then would you also agree that something that is valuable and priceless and important should be protected, right? Let's rephrase the question. Do you leave all your money, all your gold, all the important belongings that you possess outside on the front lawn, or in front of the front of your house on the street corner where anybody can take it? Is the brain on the outside of the head, the actual physical brain? Even though I know there's people been born with the heart on the outside of the chest, is your heart on the outside of your ribcage? Is the blood on the outside of the skin? Is the car on the outside of the engine? Yeah. Fucking said it backwards. Is the engine on the outside of the car? Are all the working mechanics of the car on the outside and the car itself on the inside? Is money that a bank has on the outside? Is diamonds on the outside of the coal? No. The skull is protecting the brain. The skull conceals the brain. Your belongings are in the safe place within your homes. Your money is in the safe place within your wallet or within your bank. The engine is on the inside of the car, where it's free from outside interference and also dust and all kind of rain and shit. Is the baby on the outside of the stomach while it's being created? It's on the inside to be protected. That's what the womb is. That's what the womb does. It protects things, to nurture things, to grow things that are important, things of life, things that have no value, that money can't reproduce. Money won't buy you, money won't create one, and it can't bring one back from the dead, nor can all the gold in Fort Knox, if there is any gold, which there probably isn't. But I've never been there, so I don't fucking even know. So this idea of valuable things, and I'm sure with the way I've been doing this little lecture, so ninja fucking lesson, that you would probably agree that if something is important, it should be protected, right? So that's why we conceal things. We conceal things that we believe are valuable. I conceal all my belongings in a safe place so nobody can get from outside influence. People can't steal it. You know, it even says, like in the Christian Bible, do not cast your pearls before swine. All right? So with the idea of the flat earth and whose fault is it? Maybe this whole thing is just a natural process of how the universe operates. Maybe the flat earth understanding or geocentric understanding is like entering a new womb of creation. Maybe the only way to get to this new womb of creation, of higher thought, higher vibration, exploration, self-understanding, knowledge of self, you must go inside a place that has things that are hidden from the outside. That is occultism. Not widely known, hidden from view. So I really do doubt it's as great as a conspiracy, because there are questions that come to my mind, like, how is this thing perpetrated so fucking evenly well? Well, I'll say this. You can't have the truth without the lie. The lie gives the truth its position. The truth gives the lie its polarity. They are two sides of the same pole. They are male and female. They are positive and negative. Neither in which can exist without the knowledge of the other one. For wisdom created itself with the knowledge of itself. So when we get into flat earth and we're looking to blame governments and we're looking to blame Satan, this shit makes me laugh, because I can't believe how bad I believed in that nigga. God damn. That's funny, because Satan is saying like the same shit, right? But maybe this is like how things are done. In order to have an Easter egg hunt, you have to hide the fucking Easter eggs. And it should be a good idea to have it on Easter, so we know that there's a hunt to be had. So flat earth is an Easter egg. An Easter egg is hidden. All right, sounds pretty good. At least sounds good to me. Like I said, if you can't find the truth, look for the lie, because the apple never falls far from the tree. So these two ideas of apple or lie and truth are coming from the same tree that has roots in the same place as every other thing that can be. So why would there be a need to hide things? Why would there be a need to deceive? If you look at a basketball game, you have two teams, A team and B team. Now, before the game starts, when they all hit the court, you can't say which team is offense, you can't say which team is defense. They're just 10 guys on the court. They have different jerseys on that represent different teams, their prospective team. And the arena, the venue that you're in may be polarized towards one team, especially if it's a home team in a home game, and depolarized or polarized against in opposition of the other team. But on the court, within the square, that big giant rectangle they call the court, that big ass circle in the middle, and the equal key of each side of the court, and the basketball hoop and the goal, that's a cosmogony. If you look at that shit, go ahead and pull up a basketball court in its dimensions. You can probably run the math and fuck with some numbers and see some correspondences. But the basketball court in itself is a whole planetary, it's a universal system. And what we do is we watch this great game being portrayed. And yes, that universal system is on a flat surface. It's on a stationary, motionless, level surface. And the two teams, they get their biggest guys in the center of that big ass circle in the middle of the court that is split by the half court line. And there's the referee. The referee is a judge, wearing black and white, representing good and evil. It could have been a checkerboard. And then you would definitely see the Masonic or the secret society or deeply occult esoteric symbolism in it. But by having it striped like zebras, it's kind of like hard to see, because just the difference of the uses of the stripe versus the checkerboard style. The UF referee has this round thing called the basketball. The basketball is the tool. It is the atom that makes all this go down. The referee goes in the middle, throws a jump ball up, and the two teams, the two centers. It's funny, it's called a center, right? What are they centering? The centers go for the jump ball, and whoever gets the ball first instantly becomes offense. The other team instantly becomes defense. Static. Watch static. If you have a TV, you can look at static. Get close to it. Watch the operations of the white ball and the black ball. What are they doing? And you will see this game is the same game that you see in static. Only this one is for entertainment, if you want to say it like that. It's a full-on experience. So with the offense, once it becomes offense, what it must do, it must protect the basketball, which is the key. It is the center of all the life there. That basketball is the atom that all life is built upon. And that atom moves. It moves for real. The offense must protect the basketball and attack the basket. Okay? The defense must attack the basketball and protect the basket. So they're both doing the same thing. They're both in attack mode and defending mode at the exact same time. Offense is playing defense when they have the ball. Defense is playing offense when they don't have the ball. Yet defense is playing defense when they don't have the ball, and offense is playing offense when they do have the ball. So you have polarity represented on both scales at both times, equally, in an infinitude. Now, the atom that needs to go into the portal, or the sperm needs to go through the hole, the dick needs to go through the hole. And once that happens, once the atom goes through the portal, it enters the realm of manifestation. And the manifestation is 2 points. It depends if you shoot it from the 3-point line beyond the arc, which if you can look at the basketball court, you can see the dimension of that arc can be a reference and representation of the dome. You shoot a 3-point from out there, it's 3. Shoot a point from anywhere else within the dome, it's 2. Once the ball passes through the hoop, or once the sperm, I'll use this in the creation, once the sperm enters the hole, which is the goal, then creates a point. 2 points. The sum of the ball and the goal. And as soon as the ball enters the goal, offense turns into defense. And defense turns into offense. Now you have the out of bounds section of the basketball court. That is the void. That is the abyss. Nothing exists out there. Nothing. When the ball enters that zone, the ball is dead. It is negated. It is nothing. It does not exist no more. It is in a state of non-existence, in a state of limbo. The only way the ball can have manifestation capabilities or utilize its atomic principles within the basketball court itself, within the dimensions of confined reality, within the material realm. When a player that has the ball steps out, and even if the ball is in, that player is an extension of the abyss. Negates the ball and negates the player. When the player steps outside of the abyss and doesn't have the ball, the player must have 2 firm feet back within the realm of life, the realm of creation, the realm of material existence, for him to be counted as non-abyss. for that player to be counted as a participant in the material. He does not manifest until he steps into the court with 2 feet. Now, this whole game is not even a game. It's a ritual dramatization of life. It's a ritual dramatization of experience, of creation and death. The abyss is death, is the void, is the unknown, is the negation. Everything that happens is going to happen within it. It's how the physical manifested reality of the court. So by that being said, we're talking about a fucking magical operation. And it's so magical, I'm talking about magic with a K, that it happens within our minds. The referee is the what's the best way to say the referees? The referee is what makes the magic become real. So are the players, but the referee has a supreme, unobjective, unbiased, unpolarized position to rightfully make sure in the OTO, in the Gnostic Mass, we have a saying, let the rituals be rightly performed. So the referee is there to make sure that the ritual is rightly performed. Manifestation. Festivities. Man, I, fest, feast, participate, partake, sustenance. All these words equal into what manifestation is. Now you have the court, which is the magical operation. If you know anything about like invoking, banishing, ritual magic, chaos magic, summoning, evoking, you have the circle, which is the protection from the outside. And the circle can also be used to imprison on the inside, which is the opposite of protecting. It protects the outside from the inside, and it protects the inside from the outside. So it can work in either way. Just like in basketball, the offense and defense are neither one or the other. So the out of bounds line is the manifestation zone. All magic happens within it. There is no magic that happens outside of it. None. Once you put 1 foot, 1 particle of dust into the abyss, all is lost. Turnover. Right? Now, the half court or the half court line is also a magical barrier. It is the barrier that polarizes the whole side that the ball is on. So the offense cannot cross that line when the ball is on their side of the court where they're attacking the basket. If it does, and that line actually represents another abyss. You see where I'm going with all this shit? I hope so. Now, if the defense takes it, they can freely enter through the abyss. But if the defense enters the abyss of the half-court line and transitions into their realm, back to their realm of manifestation, of creation, then the offense can take the ball back. But the defense has to at least have 1 particle of dust in order for that transition to happen. So within this whole, and then within the key, that's funny, it's called the key, right? What happens, what's also located in the key? The foul line and also the basketball goal itself. The goal is to get to the key. And within the key is the hole to a new reality of creation. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Now, within the grand scheme of things, you have the court itself, which is the actual manifested magical operation, the barrier for this whole thing to happen. It's the flat earth enclosed, perfected, self-contained system. But on the outside, you have the audience. The audience is also in a flat earth system, which is called the arena. And the arena also has its barrier. It also has operation. And the operation of the arena is the people that work in the arena. And likewise, on the court, the operation of the system of the court includes the coaches and the assistant coaches and the guys that are cleaning the floor and the announcer and shit, you know? So what you have is a system within a system, a flat earth within a flat earth. Now, what I want to do is heavily relate to the whole idea of this whole system is to play the game. Is to play the game. There is no evil team. There is no good team. There is no holy team. I don't care if it's fucking Southern Cross, the basketball that won the fucking Holy Cross, or that won the fucking first NBA championship or first college championship. Doesn't matter. In like 46 or 47 or something. All right, so when you're asking if there's somebody to blame, who is to blame in a game? Yeah, of course, people play the game in bad ways. We know that. We know that people point shave. We know that people do unethical activities and behaviors within the game. However, that is part of the game. Not what somebody else is doing. What am I doing? You have players in the game like Dennis Rodman, really fucking trickery and treacherous. You have players in the game that like fucking Bill Laimbeer that will fight your ass and elbow you. You have players in the game that are fucking completely insane and seem like psychopaths like fucking Metal World Peace. You have players in the game getting knocked the fuck out by the psychopath niggas in the game like James Harden. All right, so by having a system within a system, I'm gonna point this back. I kind of know I might have like been a little confusing, but you can watch the video again and again, and you know, really, it's something. This is really heavy fucking high science, high-low science. It's very occult concepts, esoterics that are of a really high degree. All right, it's gonna take a lot of thought, a lot of consideration, and then a lot of observation, a lot of doubt as well. Uncover, discover, discard. So when you have this basketball system, that's a flat earth system. It's also a living system too, because it's full of living things. And you have the arena system, which is a flat earth system, which is a dome and arena and certain polarities and certain functionings. And you have the people, which is the life force of, or which actually ends up being the blood. It also actually ends up being the vibrational force. And the players, they end up being the vibrational force of the manifestation inside the magical operation of the actual basketball game. So we have, going back to my last video before last, the first part, I don't even know if I talked about, but it's called the egregor. This is the mystic's energy. This is the all-pervasive mystic tie. Okay? High frequency, high vibration, high oscillation, subharmonic, string theory, stuff like that, quantum physics, where the energy generated throughout the operation actually changes the atmosphere. It actually changes and raises or lowers the vibration of the individual souls that are attached to it. Because what the soul is doing individually is echoing, it's reverberating. When the individuals that are watching the team that they want win, when they're watching their team lose, and the basketball players on the court and all the people in it, when they're watching their team, when they're getting a rush off what happens, when they're losing, when they're trying to come back, these energies are reflected. When you have one energy, you will always have the reflection of the other one, and it will equal itself out. Even though we only hear one of them, the other one is still in practice, in application. Now, with the conspiracy and the deception and the agenda, it's a game. You are a player. You are the main character in your game. Think about that shit. This is your hero's journey. Whatever you believe in, you're the character, the main character of this experience. You are the ultimate observer. All the data that you will see is the data that you record. The collective, the subconscious records everything that you see without you even knowing it. To record the game, the collective conscious, all that information is stored from all the players. It's the cloud. So is it really a deception? Is it really a conspiracy when you have access to the cloud that has the full video, the full records of all the players? And you're part of that because you have your conscious, the perceiver, the observer, the limited point. You have your subconscious, the all-pervading recording and conception of all the points that you see and that you don't see, and you have the collective conscious, which is the eternal realm, the cloud, with everything, what you see, what you don't see, what is recorded is all stored. Everybody got lungs. Everybody got skin. Everybody breathes air. Everybody is born. Everybody dies. So where would you think that you will not be in line with some of these other higher understandings if you are made from the same stuff as everybody else? If you have the ability of perception, the same as everybody else. Even for those that are blind or whatever, they're like I said, the energy reflects back the other way, and it's still represented. It's still an application. You just got to find out how to tap into it. A mountain is a mountain to a blind man and a man who can see. Now, the conspiracy is a game. The arena is a flat earth. The basketball court's a flat earth. The arena is a magical operation. The basketball court's an operation. The arena is a great ritual. The basketball court is a great ritual, or smaller to the great ritual. But we talking about the people too, because they are flat earth systems. If you watch my 360 video, you understand what I'm talking about. If you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, watch the 360 video. You understand who you are in relation to who you think you're not, and realize there is no separation. No separation. The idea of separation in the stars. The darkness doesn't separate the stars. The darkness brings them together. The darkness allows the stars to have their individual point of light. Otherwise, there would be no stars. There would be no individual points of light. They're all represented equally in the great expanse of things in the sky. The collective, the cloud. All stars are represented. The same applies for the human individual, who, like I said, is a ritual, is a flat earth, and is a magical operation. Systems within systems within systems within systems. On the panel, Brother Sanchez a couple of days ago was talking about what would happen if a scientist created like a video game and then created a computer system, a computer program, and he went into the computer program as a program of the computer program and programmed another computer program within that computer program, and went deeper inside the program within another program and created a new program within that program, and you know, so forth and so on and so forth. You are a micro of the macro. You are made of everything around you. That is your tools. Those are your tools. It is your sustenance. It's what gives you your ability to go in the motions of directions. to the ability to experience. So in truth, in magic, in theory, in practice, for my fellow Thelemites, peace to Master Therion, in that idea, all the shit that you see is able to be used for building. They're able to be used for tearing down. If you learn material and you learn non-material, when applied to or in reflection to the self and the non-self, which is the one, you will learn how to manipulate your own reality. You will learn how to manipulate your own perception. You will be able to turn things that you hate into things that are no longer needing to be hated for or hated about, whatever. You will find peace. You will find your happiness. You will find your balance. You will find your middle pillar. You will find your meditation. Meditation, etymologically, means middle station. I said middle pillar. It means to be centered. It means hadith, to nuit, creating Rahu Kuwait for my fellow Thelemites. It means, if you've seen the Father, you have seen the Son. And if you've seen the Son, you have seen the Father. Meditation means flat earth. Geocentricity. Meditation means solar worship. Heliocentricity, where the sun is the center. Meditation means center of the center, which is egocentric, where you are the center. Meditation means the great center, the mother center, and the cosmic center, which is the center. And if you can be in the middle, you can be in all those motherfucking places at once. Master of the fucking universe. I have the power! On some real shit, nigga. This is real gangster science right here, man. You think I'm playing around with you motherfuckers, man? Niggas, don't worry about what the elites are doing, man. You elite too. You're an elite creation. They know they power. Know your power. And if they power is affecting you, then that's your power affecting yourself. Because you're not realizing that it's your own perception. That it's your own dynamic that you're flowing through, not somebody else's. What you eat won't make me shit. What President Trump eat don't make you shit. I don't want to eat nothing that nigga eating unless it's fucking like, nah. I seen the video that Bro Sanchez said, hell nah. Fuck that shit. But it's not to say that I can't find my own sustenance. I have the stomach that will magnetize and grab and pull in the needed sustenance. I just need to know who I am and what my stomach is and what my body needs and what my spirit needs and what my soul needs and what my emotions needs and what my mentality needs in order to feed it the right way. Otherwise, I won't have to worry about casting my pearls before swine. I'll be swine, eating my own pearls before the other people can get them. Think about this shit. Knowledge of self is so important. It's a time to start to learn how to depolarize ourselves. Because if I'm polarized in one understanding, I will be manipulated by somebody who has a higher understanding than me and sees that I always operate from a certain position. They will use me and my position against myself. And that is what it is used for. That's why the positioning is used for. On is used to turn things on. Off is used to turn things off. The bad thing about on, it can only be on when it's on. The bad thing about off, it can only be off when it's off. And they will be manipulated. The person that knows how to turn them on and turn them off is a master. I am immortal. I have inside me blood of kings. That's a song by Queen. I have no rival. No man can be my equal. You know why? Because I'm the prince of the fucking universe. I'm the mental ninja. I shape, I mold, I bend reality with my mind. I don't even believe in the spoon. Because the spoon is perceived here. I can get so fucked up where I believe in this spoon more than I'm believing in me. I'm hoping the spoon would bend. When all it needs to bend is me. I need to bend my thoughts on the spoon. And the spoon changes its existence. Its molecular structure. We're talking about super high science. We're talking about Jedi mind shit, dog. The Jedi was an ancient Gnostic or secret society in the Egyptian, in Kemet. They were called the DG-Edi, the Jed, and they performed miraculous phasing through objects, invisibility, levitation. These are masters. We have masters among us today. And we have students that are learning to be masters, but the student and the master is the same individual. Because when the master is ready, the student will appear. When the student is ready, the master will appear. They must have been near each other the whole motherfucking time. Life is beautiful, y'all. I'm teaching you, I'm giving you freely the information that was freely given to me. I do it because it is I look at it as a sense of duty. The universe said, you know what, Ninja, I'm gonna give you a gold mine and you get to keep it, but I have one request. And I'm like, what is it, Father? What is it, Mother? And they were like, that you give all the gold away. And I had to think about it, and I was like, I can fuck with that. I can fuck with that heavy. So I understand that I get to have a gold mine, and I get to give people gold. That is beautiful. I don't got to hoard it. It's infinite. And there's always gonna be somebody who needs some gold. There's always gonna be somebody who needs some smoke. And I'm sober 3 years, I don't smoke. I smoke cigarettes. You know? I'm learning to master myself. And the only way to master self is to battle self, is to war with self. And the only way to war with self is to seek the non-self and annihilate each other. And when annihilation happens, just as annihilation happens within the egg of the woman with the sperm, a new substance is created. Me. I created myself with the knowledge of myself, motherfuckers. Can you fuck with that shit? Can you look in your own life and see how that could be true? Only God knows the numbers that hair in my head. That nigga didn't tell me shit, bro. He kept me in the dark on that shit, man. Cause if I knew that, I'd have been fucking trying to... Man, I guess I had no choice. But does that matter? Is this a game of winning or losing? When we're playing it already, we're already in the game. I encourage you to think. I encourage you to question. Shout out to Drez. I love that question everything, man. Leave nothing. Only absolutes deal. Only Sith deal in absolutes, and that's an absolute. Be willing and ready to bend. Be water, my friends. It's the mental ninja. Ain't nobody to blame for the fucking splatter shit. It's a puzzle. It's Westworld. You're trying to find your way out. You're on your way out. The only way you can leave is if you leave your angers, if you leave your resentments, and you leave all your judgments and your bias and your contempt and your separation at the door of the gate of the temple of the king. Only then will you enter. There's police. I'm turning my light off. I'm out. Ninja.